moments away from kickoff here on EA Sports.
What a matchup we have at wide receiver today. Two of the biggest threats in the NFL who love to cause chaos for opposing defenses. How about this matchup, Phil?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. When you have speedy wide receivers, what you have to do, you got to make sure your safeties are smart, they're talented. Both teams have that because it is easy in this game nowadays to get the football to the wide receiver. If they can't get open down the field, just throw them some screens on the outside and dare the defense to tackle it.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Taken down at the 33. Here's the Bills offense. They'll be trying to cut down on the turnovers. A week ago, they gave away the football 2 times.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8.
The Bills come out in the pistol. Watkins going to pull in the bullet pass.
First down following the long play.
They're going to run it on the toss. Brought down at the 26.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play.
The Bills snap it up at the 26. Back to him. And there's only 2 yards to be found right there.
Well, I know it was a short run that time by the offense, but it's what it's going to do for you long term. Keep running that football and try to wear the defense down.
Looks like they're in press coverage here.
The Bills have it at the 24.
No room to complete that one.
And here's the Chiefs defense. This is a ball-hawking unit that a week ago came up with 4 takeaways. The Bills come to the line. The first down marker is at the 16. The Bills take it from the 23.
The defender able to knock it away.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
And he converts here on the field goal try. That field goal gives them a leg up here midway through the first quarter.
Makes you feel really good about what you did during the week here. Anytime you can get points on the board early in a football game, it makes you think all that practice was worth it.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
First down at the 20. Will go Brown.
He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
And now we'll look at the Chiefs offense. This is an efficient group. Last week turning the football over just once. Cam Newton takes it from the shotgun. Pulls it in. Picks up 8 here.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Looks down the field, nobody open, so he throws the drag route coming across the field. It's a nice catch, just short of the first down.
Newton set. Everybody emptied out for this snap.
3rd down and 1.
And that incompletion is going to bring us to a very quick 4th down.
All set to punt here.
Very lucky that time on that punt return. The coverage was outstanding, and the returner's just lucky he didn't fumble the football.
The Bills step back onto the field on offense. Their last possession resulted in a field goal.
Well, I know this. It was good defense on the other side. That's what made them kick that field goal. So the defense is feeling good about the fact that they stopped that momentum by the offense and made them kick that field goal.
second down.
From the shotgun.
Has it right on the sideline, inbounds.
That's a nice throw that time by the quarterback to the outside. He knows against his cover 3 where the weakness is at the sidelines. He took advantage of it with the good throw.
Coming to the line at the 48. First down and 10. Takes it from the strong eye. That leads us to second down. Playing press coverage to the outside. Here's the handoff out of the strong eye.
The Chiefs defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
The Bills now facing third down. A week ago, they were up to the challenge in these spots.
Third down and 8.
Just the kind of play they needed to ensure the game stays close as we move toward the second quarter.
Oh, that was an awesome play by the defense. I love what they did there. It was a good call by the defensive coordinator, and the players took advantage of it.
First down at the 15. McPhee's all over that offense and brings him down.
Newton's got a lot to think of here in a split second. Does he keep the football? Does he pitch it? Does he cut back? Well, there's nothing to do that time. The defense is alert, and they tackle him for a loss of yards.
Second down and 12.
Airing it out. He caught it.
On his way.
The 10. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
They take the lead here late in the first quarter with the touchdown.
Yeah, nothing like it. Before that first quarter was up, they found a way to get in the end zone and get that score to take the lead. And, hey, that's a good feeling.
The Bills are ready to return the kickoff.
Watkins has got it. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return.
The Bills offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go. Go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Tackle made by Ray that time.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up first downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
We're now about to begin quarter number 2. And how much pressure do you think these offenses are feeling right now to open this game up, partner?
Jim, I'm going to go back to when I played. The longer you go in a game without having success, I think it makes you tighter and you lose confidence on the offensive side. So they need something here to get them off to a quick start and get them feeling good.
The Bills from the 37. The give out of the eye.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt. When you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
At the 31, here we go. It's second down and 3.
Josh Gordon with the catch. That's his first reception today.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver. And why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
First and 10. Running away from the pressure.
And incomplete. Didn't get his feet down.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Gets out of the pocket fast and not able to make the throw for the completion, though.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down.
The Bills line up in the pistol. Almost intercepted.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Mason lined up in the backfield.
3rd down and 10.
He reaches up, nabs it.
Should be what we call a gimme. And the kick is good for 3.
That field goal narrows the gap here in the early part of the second quarter, Phil.
Yeah, it was a good drive, Jim, that time. It's a morale booster. It gives you energy and did everything for your football team. I know it was just a field goal, but I thought it was very important for the football team.
And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense heading back onto the field to start the drive after the result of their last possession was a touchdown. You think they've got another one in them, partner?
Oh, I absolutely do. I mean, just look at them. They got a good football team. The quarterback has great confidence and talent. When you put those things together, that makes you good. It makes you dangerous. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down there again.
2nd down following that incompletion. Out of the shotgun formation. Reaches out and grabs it. That's a gain of 8.
The Chiefs are looking good so far, Phil, and a lot of that has to do with the passing game. Newton's on fire.
It's an awesome feeling as a quarterback to be in rhythm, to get people open and have time to throw the football down the field. That's why they're winning, Jim. You said it right. The quarterback is hot.
Catch made. And he is tackled at the 44.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the 1st down, Jim. That's what you want to do. Pick up that 1st down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
1st down here after the completion. Down the field. Pass is intercepted.
Midway through the second, and now the offense has the opportunity to get right back into this game.
Wow, what a turnaround for the football team. The defense goes out there and makes the play. Let's see if the offense can go down there and score and get this team sky high going into the locker room at halftime.
1st down at the 18. He'll throw it over the middle. Watkins got it. 1st down. First down on the way.
Press coverage all the way.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
And now on 1st down, they'll go back to the air. Going deep. Intercepted.
Phil, this defense has come up with the interception, and now the offense would like to do its part here before the half.
Absolutely. The offense take advantage of this situation. But let's talk about the defense. My gosh, they got some good players, and that was an awesome interception they just made.
On the money.
That picks up 7. So they complete that one, yet it's still 2nd down. Breaks free.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning. First down at the 43. The catch is made.
So far, wonderful execution in this drive. When you get a chance to get out of bounds, here the offensive player got the yardage, had a chance, gets out of the bounds, stops the clock. Good job by the offense.
The line of scrimmage is the 38-yard line.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down.
Newton's going to throw once again on this down. Intercepted!
The Bills offense now will try to sustain a drive after giving the ball away just a few minutes ago before their defense came up with a play to return the pigskin.
Man, they should thank the defense bailing them out of trouble getting that turnover. You're right. They're just giving the football away, not being conscious of holding it the right way. It's just been sloppy play on the offense.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. The Bills take it from the 28. McGill breaks out of the tackle. Ford's there to take him down.
Mason's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Second down here after that run play. The Bills come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Catch made. And he heads to the sidelines, out of bounds.
Situations you go over so many times in practice and training camp. Know what's going on the offensive side, how to preserve time. Good job that time by the offensive player. Get out of bounds and giving his team more chances to get it done here in the first half. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
The Bills take it from the 43. A near interception that time by Boykin.
Incompletion by the quarterback that time. It was good, tight, man-to-man coverage.
The Bills take it from the 43. Watkins ends up being the target and the receiver.
Well, there's under 2 minutes to go. Good job by the offensive ball carrier that time. He knows he can get no more yards. He steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
The football sits at the 40. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Almost intercepted that time. Second and 10. McKinnon has the catch. Tackle made by Ray that time.
The Bills do a really good job this time on offense. The quarterback throws the ball short. They pick up a few yards, and now it makes third down much easier.
Offense needs 2 yards here on third down after that pass play. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. And he'll hand it off to the fullback. The Chiefs call a timeout, their first. He'll try this one from 47. Puts it through the upright. Needed plenty of leg on that one. It's a field goal just before the intermission to move them in front.
When you make a field goal late in the second quarter, Jim, it just eases the tension of your football team, of the coaches, and even the fans are happy sometimes when you take a lead late in the second quarter.
They tackle him at the 26-yard line. And a run back of about 14. The Chiefs are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. Quarters formation here for the defense. The Chiefs take it from the 28. And now Cam Newton with the Chiefs are in the end zone for the touchdown. Finding the end zone for the second time. Makes the PAT. The Chiefs setting up for the kickoff. That'll will be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20.
The Bills put some points on the board on their previous possession, but it was just a field goal. They'll be looking to add some more right here.
Yeah, they will. And, listen, when you talk about touchdown drives, you have to kick a field goal. What does that mean? That means you failed on third down. Just not a good play on third down. They got to do better in that situation. If they do, that's going to lead to 7 points.
Very nearly intercepted.
Well, the defense has got to love that. They love it when a quarterback is uneasy for whatever reason or just not in rhythm. That time they see him throw off the back foot, and the throw goes incomplete.
Failing to complete that one. So, second down here. They're setting up screen. This run goes nowhere. Stuffed for a loss of 4.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
The first half is complete. Larry Ridley ready to take things over back in the studios, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19.
The Chiefs come out to open up the second half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances.
And they bring him down at the 36-yard line.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
First down at the 36.
Got the catch. One-handed.
The Chiefs, they never back off. That first down, they got a small lead here in the second half. What are they looking to do? They're looking to march this football down the field and score.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. They'll run it here. Ball was out. The offense was able to recover the ball.
Nice job by the offense that time. Even though they fumbled the football, quick enough and smart enough to get on it right away.
Second down and 8.
Down the field.
Makes the catch. Touchdown.
We're early in the third, and they may be starting to pull away.
What a job coming out at halftime and just finding a way to score, put more points on the board, and pull away from your opponent. That is good halftime adjustments.
The Bills are ready to return the kickoff. Fields the football at the 8. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Bills offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half.
Beasley's able to read that play and make the hit. They're going to the hurry-up offense, and they're back to the line quickly. Second and long. But the hit knocks the ball out.
Well, the most common thing that most offensive coordinators do in the NFL on third and long situations, they're going to call a play where they probably don't think they're going to pick up the first down, but they're looking for field position.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Third and forever. Unable to bring it in.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
He wants to return this one. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. That return's good for about 6.
The Chiefs could have asked for this third quarter to have gone any better for them than it has so far, as they've just continued to do what they were doing in the first half, up and down the field.
Oh, man, they kept the pedal to the metal, man. They are letting it go. They're being aggressive, and they're trying to end this game right here.
2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, Newton.
A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Newton's all by himself in the backfield for this snap.
Out of the gun. The pass is thrown to Jordan Matthews. The Chiefs have created chances for themselves in the passing attack today. Newton's had a huge performance in this one.
When you talk about creating opportunities, that's where you have to give credit to the coaching staff. They have helped the players. The play designs have been good, and the players are taking advantage of it.
Coming to the line at the 44.
Second down and 5.
And now Newton's going to take off. That's another reception. Give him 2.
Newton's able to take advantage of the defense this time. They lose their assignments. They force him out of the pocket, and he's on the run. Nice job of finding the guy down the field and making the throw.
Takes it from the eye. Darius in on the tackle. Newton's ready for the snap. Empty backfield. Snapping out of the gun. And here's the throw. Cam Newton makes the grab. Touchdown. Those points may have made the lead insurmountable with just over a quarter to play.
Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes you get in a situation like this. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just think about going out and executing one play at a time. And you hope if you do that somewhere in the fourth quarter, you can find a way to get back into this game.
Watkins has got it. And the tackle's made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. The Bills weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim, and you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
That's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on 1st down. Toss to the outside. Got the first, and he's got some space.
He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't bump the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
The Chiefs defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel, trying to plow ahead.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9.
Hurry up, 2-minute offense. Intercepted. He's brought to a halt. Heading into the 4th, and this offense just wants to forget about this effort.
Yeah, Jim, that's the best thing you can do. Forget about what you did on that field today. Go back to practice next week. Start over and see if you can just play better in the next game.
The Chiefs from the 37.
Arias takes down the quarterback.
Defensive tackles, we always think of them as run stoppers. How about this that time? He does a great job, gets in there and sacks the quarterback.
Loss of 4 on the play. Second and 14 after the sack. Quarters formation here for the defense. The final quarter underway now with this snap. Matthews with the reception.
So they get the reception, but it's not enough to move the chains. Third down coming up.
The Chiefs will line up. First down markers right at the 47-yard line. Launches it down the field. Snatches it with one hand.
What must it be like to be able to go down there and make a play like that? How about it? One-handed catch. That was special.
Here's the first snap after the big play.
Outside now on the toss. That's a gain of only a yard. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
Second down and 9.
To the ground.
McPhee's there to take him down. It'll be third down.
Newton's alone in the backfield. Takes it from the gun. Has his man. Picks up 8 here.
Well, it's third and long. Protect against the long pass. Make the quarterback throw it short, and then just come up there and make the tackle.
The kick is good. Midway through the fourth, and that field goal almost makes this game look like it's over. I know it's not, Phil, but that's a huge story.
Well, in a time like this, when you have a lead midway in the fourth quarter, you got to understand the situations no matter who's on the field. So if you're on defense, what's your number one thought? Don't give up a big play. That's the only way you can lose.
The Bills offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Let's go. Second down and 10.
They bring him to the turf. Midway through the fourth, and the mood on that sideline, Phil, has to be one of tremendous frustration as they throw the interception.
Absolutely, Jim. They have to be so disappointed. They had high hopes coming into this game. We talked to the coaches. They thought they would play well. Well, this is just one of those days when nothing went right for your side. They're trying to confuse the offense here. Look at everybody crowding the line of scrimmage.
Looking middle that time, and it's incomplete.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
Did not get both feet down.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
No doubt about it. Put 3 on the board. Midway through the fourth quarter, this game was already out of reach, but they went ahead and added a field goal. They had a little insult to injury.
Well, you listen, this is pro football, man. You know, you got to stop the other team. They didn't do it, so sometimes you deserve to be blown out.
The Bills just gave up some big turnover points. And let's see if they can hold on to football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
Get ready. Second and 10.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
The Bills know one of the worst things you could do in the NFL is lose yardage on a run play. They do it that time on second down, and now they have third and long, and the coach is going, well, what do you want me to call? Not many things can work on third and long. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing.
That's an interception. It's not getting any better for the offense here late in this game as now they get picked off.
The frustration and the bad play just continues. And, you know, it's so bad the coach can't even yell at the players. All you can do is pat them on the head and encourage them to keep trying. This offense has been spectacular today, Jim. Here they are in a red zone again. Hey, listen, if I was them, I'd go ahead and try to score.
Delayed handoff. Nowhere to go, as this will be a loss of 3.
The Chiefs offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job of the offensive line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning in the second half. It's third down coming up.
Screen. The catch is made by Lance Dunbar. The margin is increased
with another touchdown.
That could be construed as running up the score, Phil. This game was already in the bag.
Well, Jim, it could be construed. You got to try a little harder or the score will get run up on you. How about that? You know, you are allowed to stop them on the defensive side, and you got to put some effort into it and some heart, and we've seen neither.
Watkins going to run this one out. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Bills offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Second and short following the run. Out of the eye. Here's the handoff. On the way, third down. Playing press coverage to the outside. Another carry here. And he's able to get out to the 34-yard line.
All you can do is your job. And that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
And here we have second down. Freeman's taking the handoff. Beasley's there to make the tackle.
Coach's going to hear about this when the game is over. Running the football in a situation like this, late in the game, you're down multiple scores. You got to take some chances. You got to throw it, and you got to throw it down the field.
Freeman's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Here's the handoff. The ball is out. They recover their own fumble.
One thing coaches hate when their offense is on the field is fumbling the football. Because a lot of times, it's just bad fundamentals. But they're lucky this time. They had the fumble. They're able to get on top of it.
They tackle him for a loss.
Clock management is so overlooked in the NFL, and here's a good example of it. You got so little time left here in the first half, and what do? You think you're going to catch the defense off guard by running the football? Well, there's a good reason why the fans are booing. If I could, I'd boo with them.
Well, the lights were bright, and the team was up for the occasion here, winning in prime time.
Nothing like it, man. Winning in prime time when you know it's all about you. And I've said many times, today's football players, they love being on the big stage. Well, they were today, and they got it done.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.